Yes, what to say again? Welcome to this video. Welcome to our channel, Kefa Agriculture Summary TV. Yes, it's another video about summary of agriculture, and today we are going to dedicate our knowledge on vegetables. Yes, it's a recommended chemical control measures for vegetable pests. It is all about pesticides. It's chemical pesticides. So in any kind of pesticides, especially insecticides, to make sure that our growing crops, growing plants are so healthy. When you look at their quality on leaves or fruits, we are talking about fruit vegetables or leafy vegetables. The quality is very important, because whether you are for only eating, like food, for food production or for commercial production, we really want to see that our leaf vegetables or fruit vegetables are in healthy looking. So I want you to stay on this time, to use this time to check it to the end, so that you can acquire what I've been preparing for you, my fellow farmer. Yes, we are only going to talk about these three types of pests, especially insects, cutworms, chewing pests, and sucking pests. So here you will see different more and more insects, but in these groups, three groups, that if you will be able to control them, then guess what? Your products, farm products, will be in very quality. So let's check on cutworms. Cutworms are looking like this on the picture A and B. You can see B, the way they damage leaves, parts, which also can be our edible parts for commercial purpose or eating food. Also chewing pests, like you can see grasshopper here and the other beetles, insects. They really damage, and you can see the quality is very reduced. Also there is the other group of sucking pests, like this weevil. You can see they are damaging structure, and these aphids. So we are really as farmers getting a lot of troubles from these insects. So the last video I've been talking about botanical pesticides, but you can just take them as for organic production. But if you really like intending to do commercial production and you don't look at the point of organic farming, you can just choose this way, and it will be the best for you, easy way to make you surviving in your market. So let's go a little bit down on the chemical requirements to make sure that you are really going to eradicate these insects. So there is this cutworm. For all types of cutworms, you can use chemical insecticides, which is carbaryl. Carbaryl is directly going to attack cutworms, all type of cutworms. It's either caterpillars, any type of cutworms. You're going to attack them really and eradicate them out of your farm, vegetable farm. So when you go to choose insecticides from any shop, wherever you go, you can ask any type of insecticides and go directly to check on carbaryl chemical name. If you will find it, take it for cutworms. It's the same as chewing pests. You can just go and check deltamethrin Detamethrin is very harsh to chewing pests, all type of chewing pests. It can be either grasshoppers, beetles, and others. Even cutworm is included there, because carbaryl is effectively to control cutworms, but also it can affect chewing pests. It can also affect sucking pests. But in general, when I'm talking about carbaryl, it's very effective on cutworms. So it's like detamethrin is very effective on chewing pests like grasshoppers, beetles, but also it can affect and it can kill cutworms. So let's go forward. Cypermethrin chemical. Cypermethrin chemical is very effective to cutworms, chewing, sucking pests. So its effectiveness to cutworms, chewing, and sucking pests, this cypermethrin, we call it as broad spectrum insecticide. So when you just go maybe for the first time, you can use cypermethrin because you don't know what kind of insect is attacking your crops. But when you know what type of insects that they attack your crops, then you can go to take those chemicals that are effectively to that kind of pests or that kind of species. So cypermethrin is broad spectrum. It can kill those all triple type of insects like cutworms, chewing, and sucking pests. But the other group that I've been putting here in the video is chewing and sucking pests. So these chemicals are effectively to two groups of insects, of pests, chewing and sucking. So it's like dicrovos, lambda-cyhalothrin, phosphomidone, and profenophos. It's very effectively to them, and it can make you to be able to control insects. Let me try to brush in brief. When you want to control insects or pests in your vegetable farm, fruity vegetables or leafy vegetables like spinach, amaranthus, and others, and fruity vegetables like tomatoes and others, first you have to determine what kind of pest is attacking your vegetable or your plant. When you don't know the kind of insect or pest that are attacking your plant, you can go to take first broad spectrum insecticides or pesticides. And when you determine maybe there are two groups of insects that are attacking your plant, you can take like these chewing and sucking pest chemicals. But the other thing is you have to be able to rotate these chemicals. You don't have to take only one type of chemical to control your insects or your pests. In other way, you can find that they are really reproducing themselves there because they are getting to be resistant. So to avoid their resistance, you have to change. Like when you talk about cutworms, you can also change to permethrin chemicals. It's not only carbaryl. When you talk about these sucking pests, other chemicals like quinaphos, you can change. Like for cutworms and sucking pests, carbaryl also is effectively. Also on cutworms you can use ditamethrin. You can use also beta-C-fructin. Yeah, beta-C-fructin is also effectively to them, and you can control insects. Here we are going to see chemical name and trade name, which is very important. This is chemical name, profenophos and cypermethrin, and prothrin is trade name. So your plant should be looking very healthy to fruity time for until the harvesting time. As you can see, this African eggplant. This eggplant is looking very healthy because you're using chemical insecticides or pesticides. So here we just only checking on chemical name. As you can see, prothrin is a trade name. You can go somewhere else and find the other names. Like you can see in my country, Tanzania, lambda cyhalothrin is the chemical name, but the trade names are a lot of them. Like Carrot 5 EC is also the same lambda cyhalothrin. Carrot 2 ED is also the same chemical. Carrot 0.6 ULVA is also the same chemical. So trade name they can change, but chemical name is sticky there. So you have to make sure that wherever you go, work on chemical names to make sure when you plant your vegetables, they are looking healthy and you can get the production. So I think I've been doing something good because it's a summary and you can just try to check it more than one time so that you can acquire what I've been planning you to get. It's the knowledge that maybe you have never found anywhere, but you can just make sure that you get this type of skills and knowledge to make sure that when you do production of crops, plants, it's easier for us to get what we intended to do. So I'm going to give you a lot of videos. Stick there, stick with me, your agriculturist. I'm Officer Kefa Victor Masweto. Don't forget to subscribe, put there your comment, don't forget to like and share.